the last year or so, I thought, I wish that he was my boyfriend again. I don't necessarily want to be single, but I miss the single life. I miss the text messages for no reason. I miss the coming up from behind me when I'm scrambling eggs and just kissing me on the back of the neck. Like,
I still do that, Boris. I still do that.
Okay.
I'm being, general here, but I'm just saying that the trappings.
There's a difference. There's definitely a difference.
There's the trappings of being single. Like, okay, you two are really good-looking people, okay, and you're married, and we're married. There's people that flirt with you, and the part of the flirtation that even makes you look at your phone is, or in your workspace, is that they have like a freshness or a newness. And I personally believe that if you're in it for the long haul, that freshness and newness is still possible if you talk about it. Be like, look, I know we talk about date night. We need to go have a date night.
Right.
I know we talk about like kissing and texting for no reason, but the last time you text me was over like, the cabinet.
All right. You just saw that clip with Boris Kojo and his wife, Nicole Ari Parker, which I always thought they were a cute couple. I always thought that it made sense for her damn near biracial ass to be paired with him. Ever since Soul Food, when I used to watch them on Soul Food, I always thought they would get together because they seem to have genuine chemistry, and I think they do. But they've been around each other for 20 years. They've probably been messing around with each other for 20 years because she got married and then got divorced 8 months later and then married him within a few months and then dropped him 3 babies. So what does that tell you? That they were meant to be. So her airing him out in public, in my opinion, was a waste of time. It was a way to try to publicly shame him back in the line. But let's get into this in 3, 2, 1. Drop that beat. Nicole, really? Really? Really, girl? This is how we're going to play it? You know that you are not the prize in this relationship. You know that he is. He was that from day one. First time he walked on that screen in Soul Food and all those panties dropped, you know that he was the one and that he was the prize. Because without Boris Kojo being your husband, you're just another actress, another little cute actress in Hollywood. Your pairing with him makes you significant because he's literally a male model, which is what he was before he became an actor. So you literally married a supermodel, a super male model. And there's not that many around that are male models that are super male models. And you got one. So you got gold. So, but on here, you're trying to pretend like you're the prize and that your needs need to be met. And you have this other simping dude on the other side of the screen, basically simping for you and co-signing your bullshit. Boris sitting there snacking like, okay, well, I still do that, Boris. And he looked at like, okay, good for you, dude. I don't have to do that shit because I am the shit. And if she don't like it, she can bounce. That's the look that he gave her. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'm here to keep the marriage together because I got kids with her. And I still got love for her. But if she get out of line, she do this shit again, I'm gonna bounce her. I'm gonna pay up my money and settle up, which probably won't be too much because they've been in the business together for quite a while. And I'm gonna bounce, and he's gonna live that single life. And he's gonna be seen on screen with all those starlets, those up and coming starlets that have been wanting to get with him since they were little girls. You gotta remember, Nicole, millions of those little 18-year-olds, hundreds of thousands of the chicks that look just like you roll off the line at 18, 19, and 20 every year. And I'm sure that somewhere he's got a younger version of Nicole Ari Parker in the cubbyhole, in the cut. And you know it, which is why you're trying to shame him into getting back in line. Because you know, even if you divorced him, it's not gonna mean anything. Even if you took all his money, it's not gonna mean anything. Because there'll be a billionaire to come in and swoop him up. There'll be a billionaire heiress tomorrow coming in and swooping up because he speaks 3 languages. So and plus he's biracial. So his next chick probably won't even be black. Be some billionaire heiress out of Europe that's gonna swoop him up, and you know it, if she hasn't already. So girl, you need to just chill. You need to take some lessons. You need to issue an apology about what went on. You probably need to call Kendra up about what you need to do and to actually keep your marriage together and be submissive. Because the pretty girl game only works when you're in your 20s. And maybe it'll start to taper off when you're 30s, but baby, you're almost 50. And the pretty girl game don't work with guys that look better than you. You walk out and get applause. He walks out right behind you and panties start to drop. Is what it is. I've been there in my younger years where you walk in and women's panties start to drop. Can't say it's been often, but I've had that experience. And I can tell you, your girl right next to you is looking at you with daggers. So I know I'm not anywhere near his class. So I know what he's capable of. And basically he's 47. He knows he got 13 good years and he don't want to waste it with your sourpuss ass. Okay? You need to get a chill pill. You need to apologize. You need to mature a whole lot. And you're the one that needs to date him instead of making demands. You're the ones that should need to make the date night and grab him and take him out. You're the one that needs to run up behind him and hug him and squeeze him and whisper sweet nothings in his ear. And you're the one that needs to send the kids off to the babysitter and sprinkle them roses on the floor all the way to that bathroom and be ready for them. Because you have to compete against some hot young things that are just like you when you were 21, 22, 23. Because that's what you're up against. And the women that are talking in your ear don't know what they're talking about. Shouldn't listen to them. Because those are the women that are telling you to leave him. They'll be lined up at his door the next day. Don't ask me how I know. Sometimes, as Donovan Sharp says, he ain't yours, it's just your turn. And you don't want to be that girl. But anyway, those are my 2 quarters. That's all I wanted to say. Sometimes you can't give the blue pill fantasy, you got to get a red pill truth. Sometimes you got to get an all-way black pill. We're not going to get all the way black pill on this one. We're going to leave a couple rounds in the chambers. But with that, I'm going to jump off of here. This is BGS out, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.